Here we are. We are back with the THS Sports Media Roundup, podcast number 2.
And this week is Beat the Bears week.
Beat the Bears.
Beat the Bears, as you heard from Dawson Torpy over there.
So, we've had a big week so far.
We've had volleyball, 3-0 sweep against Griffen at the home stadium.
Softball won 11-5, 14-5.
Something like that.
Something
Some
like
big
that.
old number. They just sweep
Easy
them.
work, light work.
And today,
Probably hit a nuke. Sure she did. She hit
Dog.
every single game.
and today we have kind of a better podcast than last time.
We have some interesting people coming to be interviewed with us.
And
all three of us here that do the podcast, me, Trey, and John, we're pretty close with both these people. So
And-
this one's going to be an interesting podcast.
And as you can hear there in the background, we have Sage Connor Opalka.
Oh,
And
yes.
Dawson
Oh, yeah.
Torpy.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys feel being on the podcast today?
It's fantastic. It's a real honor. The first podcast I listened to it, man, fantastic. This one, going to be even better.
Okay, starting off, how was Freedom Kingdom during COVID?
It was non-existent. Sage and a few guys would go to the games, but like during COVID, they couldn't really do much. Sage, I'll let you talk further on that because you were in it.
It sucked. It absolutely sucked. I mean, it's just weird to go to a game and just sit there and, like, have no one by you, and it's just quiet. It's quiet, and it's a weird thing to do. Because, like, we'll say I think the first game I went to, it was kind of normal, but then just after that, it just ended up being, like, just me and Rosen at the games, and it was just weird. But I'm glad that we have it back, and it's great to see people coming up and screaming and yelling.
Yeah, the only game that Freedom Kingdom was really there was a North Kansas City basketball game, and then districts against Liberty. So what were those experiences like during COVID?
Oh, it was fantastic watching basketball. It was unfortunate against Liberty. Watch Max Black get absolutely dominated by his roommate in college now at Baker University. I don't know his name, but played some solid defense. But besides that, Najee Williams went kind of crazy. Good old Rooney, they look pretty good. I'm excited to see what Maddox and Griff can do for the team this year. You got anything, Sage?
I can't wait for the basketball games this year. I don't think anyone understands how exciting it is to have them back and we can all scream again, especially having my junior year just it being super quiet.
All right, going back to football, Dawson, you're the one that has the helmet this year. How's that been?
It's fantastic. I feel like I have so much power. I look forward to it every week. I lead the chants, because I got the helmet, and that's like power and stuff. But Sage leads them too because, he actually knows what we're talking about. He doesn't mess up the I believe chant the first game like Noah did. We had Taylor Jett do a chant. That was pretty interesting. I think we're going to do that again the next game because I hate the Bears.
So what was the process of getting the helmet? How did that work?
Okay, so it's been passed down for 10 years, right? And most of the time it's baseball players, but last year it was Rosen. And the year before that, it was Bradley Menzies, who I was cool with. But Rosen and Max decided to give me the helmet and gave Sage a Twitter because we were the two that were going to be the leaders of the student section this year because they knew that because we actually know stuff. Here you go, Toby.
Okay, so bypassing the helmet, what have the experience been so far having almost close or two full student section?
Well, the student section's been great at away games because we lose our minds. We get the powder out. We do the I believe chant. I can never talk the next day as it should be. So when I'm watching Notre Dame the next day, I can't even scream for them. Go Irish, by the way. But, yeah.
So Dawson, you mentioned Dawson mentioned the Twitter. So Sage, how has that been running the Twitter?
It's pretty fun. I mean, I just hope people actually listen to it and follow what they're supposed to do, like the themes and stuff. But it's pretty entertaining. I don't mind doing it.
Do you feel like you're empowered with the Twitter account?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm empowered, but I mean, I guess it's something kind of fun to do, I guess. I guess you're in control of the whole entire Twitter for the whole entire student section. So, hey.
Yeah, Toby just pulled up Notre Dame college football playoff history, and it hurt my feelings. Not sure if I'm going to finish the interview.
Wow, you lost 30-3 against Clemson in the
Hey,
Rose Bowl.
it's better than the 3-2 changeup, right?
Well, it was a 33 game, so I guess 33 changeup's fine.
The 3-2 changeup, the story behind this is it's 2-2 count, right?
Against North Kansas City.
Yeah, we're facing North Kansas. This is in baseball. I'm a PO, pitcher only, because I'm very athletic. Noah calls changeup after I throw a fastball right down, Main Street, and the guy goes, that's a ball. I was like, oh, all right. Whatever, blue. And then this guy's a pretty good hitter. I was like, let's see a changeup. No, it wasn't him. But yeah, I was like, let's throw a change up. And that guy said, I'm gonna send that into orbit, and he put it in the house. It was really unfortunate. Yeah.
Okay, so going to this Friday night, what's the theme like?
Oh, it's camo day because they're not gonna be able to see us coming because we're hunting for bears. We hate the bears.
And Sage and Dawson, there have been rumors about bears on sticks. Is that true?
I'll let Sage talk about this. He loves this.
Absolutely. I am definitely bringing a stick with a bear's head on it. There's no doubt about it. I promise you.
Hate the bears.
I heard that the people were gonna witness a bear getting decapitated. Like not a live bear.
Yeah.
obviously,
You
but-
definitely probably will be seeing that. Yes, absolutely.
All right, so going a little further on the game this Friday, we're starting John Chapin this week. How do you guys feel about that?
Best quarterback in the league.
Vanilla Vic.
Get ready, guys. He's literally about to destroy Chrisman.
Okay, speaking of Chrisman,
I would like to talk on John
go
Chapin.
go ahead.
John Chapin, last game, came in, right? We're down by a lot against Crane Valley. What does he do? Puts the team on his back. He reminds me of a white Michael Vick. That's why, as you heard John Dye refer to him as.
Clearly minus the dog fighting, though.
You heard him, yeah, obviously. Well, we don't like to talk about that part of Michael Vick's life, but Chapin can run the ball. That's what you need to know. If you played Madden 05, you know,
Yeah.
all right?
John Chapin is literally Michael Vick. Vanilla Vick.
That's right. Vanilla Vick. I don't know why he said it like that, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying.
So speaking of the football game Friday night and Chrisman, after the volleyball game,
Yeah.
Chrisman's quarterback Dane Hurl said that Truman's getting their butt whooped 35-0. How do you two feel about that personally?
I got one word for this. John. That's all it needs.
John Chapin.
Chapin, 2 words.
2 words. Easy. We're going to win. He's going to outbeat him by so much.
Score prediction?
I love when we outbeat people. It's one of my favorites.
Dawson, Sage, score predictions?
27-21, Pats. Go Pats.
Sage?
Got a little bit lower. I got 17-14 Pats.
Yeah, Chapin's going to lead us down. The last drive of the game, it's going to be 14 all. He's going to take us down to the 5-yard line. 3 seconds left. We bring Lainey Smith out there. What does she do? Kicks the game-winning field goal.
So, win the
Plays
win.
ball like a girl, and that's a good thing.
If the Patriots win, what will happen? Like what is going to be?
I promise you,
atmosphere?
we're running on the field. I promise you.
Well, yesterday I went to the volleyball game, and I touched Beezer's head. And after that, I asked him, Beezy, can we please run on the field if we win? He said, Doss, I'll lead the charge, man. I said, bet.
Did he really say that?
I promise you he said that. He said he'll lead the charge. So we're going to be running out there with Beezer, and I might touch his head again. Who knows?
Yeah, Beezer's great. We love to have him here at
We
Truman.
love Danny.
Okay, Sage, Dawson, any final thoughts before we end the segment?
Nothing. We're gonna win. That's all Chrisman needs to know, or anyone needs to know. We're winning the game. Simple.
Here we are with the varsity quarterback, John Chapin. So how are you feeling coming into your first start in your junior year?
I feel pretty good. I think we're gonna do pretty good.
Do you feel any pressure, especially going against your arch rival, Chrisman?
No, I'm pretty confident in our ability to perform.
Who do you think the key players will be from both teams?
Well, I think Lance Nauer from Chrisman is a pretty good linebacker and running back. I think Patty is one of our key players this week, and Noah was in hunt.
So yourself, what have you been doing to prepare yourself to play against Chrisman this week?
I've been just going to the field and doing the stuff that I've been doing, really.
And are you more like mentally focused than you usually are during your actual games when you play?
No, I think I'm generally the same focused because I still do start varsity safety.
Who will be taking that safety spot since you'll be playing quarterback?
No one. I am still starting safety.
And since you're playing safety and you play defense most of the time since Zane was playing quarterback and now you're at both spots, do you feel like there's going to be like any sort of different type of like energy between you? Because like, are you going to be like tired, gassed? Like, how do you think you're going to do?
I think, I will get tired, but I'll be able to push through it. It won't be that bad.
And how do you like the nickname Vanilla Vic?
I think it's fitting.
So, Griffen and Rodell, let's talk about the Chrisman game versus Truman. Do you guys have any thoughts on that, on the game? Like how you guys think this game's gonna go, or what's up?
For real, I think the game will be close because it's like a rivalry game. Because for real, I think any rivalry game, no matter the skill set for any team, I feel like it'll be close no matter what.
I feel the same way. And, just being a diehard fan, you always gotta have faith every game. So
Okay, going into since we're all in rivalry week, Rodell, you have soccer, Van Horn. What's that matchup gonna be like? Anything you guys gonna do?
it's gonna be a good game because it's kind of similar to the Griffen and Truman game. We haven't beat them in like 4 years, and this is the first time we played them at home in 3 years. And a lot of the team, our team and their team, have played together since at a very young age. So it's gonna be a very close game and a very heartfelt game for us.
Is there like any key players to watch out for while we're watching the game?
There was one, but he was a senior, but he got kicked off the team, and he was one of the main people we're supposed to watch out for. But there's another player, Jorge Hernandez. He's scored 3 free kicks in his last 3 games, so we got to watch out for him. But everybody else, not that hard.
Okay. Any key players for you guys?
Yeah, we definitely have Mr. Hattrick, Omar Cano. He's coming off all his goals he scored in the last few games. We got Tanner Lynham. He's one of our leaders on the field and off the field. He's really good at scoring and being a senior.
Okay, Griffen. What do you think? What do you think Chris or Truman would do against Van Horn in the soccer game?
I think it'll be close. Like, I haven't seen both teams play, but I know that our soccer team's pretty good. So I feel like the game will be close, even though it's like a rivalry game.
And so we asked Sage and Dawson this earlier in the interviews. What is it like having the student section back?
It is amazing. Like, for real. Like, last year with COVID going around, stands were empty. It was quiet, whether it was the gym or the field. Now it's like electric. Everyone's got energy. Friday Night Lights is back. Basketball gyms, soccer fields, everything.
Okay, speaking of basketball, I know it's a far ways away, but with you guys have practicing after school and everything, how well do you think the team is gonna prepare during the fall off season, going into the winter season?
I think right now we're getting in shape. So I feel like most teams right now in the area aren't getting in shape as well as us. We have a new coach coming in. He's pushing us to be the best we can every day, whether it's shooting, defense, offense, anything. But he just gets us in the gym and gets better 1% every day.
And during basketball season, who is going to be the only competition you really want to beat?
We'd like to beat Chrisman again by 30. And then probably North Kansas City will probably be like our toughest matchup. Even though last year we beat them by 20.
Yeah, just definitely the Chrisman game because, throughout the years our schedule's kind of gotten not less difficult, but we've gotten better, I feel, from the people that we play. So, yeah, definitely Chrisman because we also know a lot of players over there, and I feel like we can beat them by 30 again. So, yeah, just like Griffen said, that North Kansas City game and the Chrisman game is going to be our most important games.
Griffen, how does it feel being the only senior on the basketball team?
It feels amazing, kind of, but, like, weird because I'm, like, the only senior, but, like, I can step up now and be, like, the leader that we didn't have last year because we had 4 all-stars that wanted to score all the time. But being the only senior, it's, like, everyone looks up to me, so I want to, like, put on a role that the younger guys could fill in next year when I'm gone.
And so when you guys are playing, you have, like, I don't really know the basketball schedule. I don't know if you guys have a tough conference, easy conference. Do you guys feel like you guys will go, like, 500 positive, negative? Like, obviously everyone's going to go positive, but, like, genuinely.
Looking at the team, like our schedule, for real, we should not lose more than 3 games. Like, our only tough matchup will be North Kansas City. Every other team's beatable, knowing they've lost the same amount of seniors as us. So, like, the talent won't be there. And I don't feel like any other team in Missouri is practicing as hard as we are right now.
Personally, me, because like you guys were talking about the rival games, how they're going to be close. Just because it's Chrisman, I feel like you guys will be certainly close, but then at some point you guys will be ahead by far, in my opinion. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Like Griffen said, regardless of, score, like, talent-wise for any team, whenever it's a rivalry game, I feel like it's always going to be close. But, yeah, but at the end of the day, we have high expectations to beat them, considering that, like, coming from my point of view, like playing from JV last year for the basketball team, I don't feel like the competition from that level was that hard. So I feel like if that's gonna be their varsity, then I think we got a big chance of winning by a lot.
All right. So how did you have anything to say, Griffen?
Oh yeah. So like I feel like the Christmas game, like I feel like all lights are on us because it's like the biggest game for us for real, other than like district champs. So I feel like all of us, not just me, are gonna come out and put on a show.
Do you guys play Liberty again this year?
Not we don't play them on our season, but like if we get to the district championship, we will.
How does it feel playing Liberty again, considering you lost to them in districts last year?
Knowing that we might play Liberty again in the district championship is a good feeling because we have something to prove. This is our statement year. Knowing we lost to them and not being able to have like Najee and Rooney Hernandez and Max Black, who averaged 15 plus a game last year, just having like a team who was like an all-around team, like who will put up points and stat lines. So I feel like it should be a close game.
Do you think that that game would have been different if Najee Williams didn't go out early in the game?
Yes, but no at the same time. I feel like it's not no one's fault. I feel like it was a team's fault, and like things could have been changed like during the game. Like coming out in the second half, I don't think going into that 2-3 zone was necessary, but that's just me.
Okay, so knowing that we have a whole rivalry week, I can't even say the word, but what is it like having like knowing that 4 sports, softball, volleyball, tennis, 5, more than 4 sports. So volleyball, softball, tennis, soccer, and football. Does it like bring kind of like a different like vibe to the school whenever like during the rivalry weeks?
I feel like it does because after we go out and beat Crispin and Van Horn, it just shows them that we're the bigger brother of the school districts.
Yeah. I feel like if we can go out and win most of these games this week, I feel like it'll show that Truman is kind of the most dominant in the district, and especially for soccer.
And lastly, Rodell, like you said, you played JV last year. Do you feel like it's kind of like, I shouldn't say statement year, but like, do you feel like this is like one of the years where you can show like when you become a senior that you can be like a monster on the court precisely?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Just not even for me, not trying to be a monster, but definitely trying to get better from JV and especially from the rest of the guys, because most of our JV were sophomores last year and we'll be juniors this year. Next year we'll be seniors, so we definitely are trying to make a statement and show people that we're going to make Truman basketball just as good as it's been.
All right. Well, I don't know if we asked this yet, but Rodell, Griffen, any prediction on the scores?
For football?
Yep.
For football, I say 21-14, and Truman going to come out with the win.
I feel like the score will be 13-6. Truman on top.
Okay, and the soccer game. Me personally, knowing how it's like your rival game, I want to say 5-3 or 2 Truman.
I'm gonna go Truman 3-1.
Rodell, you know most, so.
I say, from where we're at in the season, I'd say 4-2 Truman, and Omar Cano's going to score 3 of them.
All right, Griffen, Rodell, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having us.
And to wrap up the Beat the Bears podcast, we're going to end it with predictions for Friday night.
I'm still here.
Yeah, man, we still got Dawson Torpy here.
So, Trey, you're going to go last because you obviously know the most, but John.
All right, my prediction is going to be 14-21 Pats.
Yeah, I think that we run that triple option, use those Vanilla Vic wheels.
Got to get him on the field.
I think if we push the ball down the field with the defense not getting tired, it'll be a low-scoring game, and it'll be 7-10.
Yeah. So my score prediction is 20-19, and there's going to be a minute left. Vanilla Vic, John Chapin, going to be running around the pocket, searching, sees no Wisenhunt downfield for the touchdown.
If that happens, I'm going to lose my mind.
My Patriots, obviously the Patriots, I got them winning. So. Trey, we need your thoughts. You're our guy on the inside. What is THS Media's only? What is your prediction?
28-14, Truman. I say 28-14 because Christian fires off slow, and if we fire off faster, they're not more athletic than us. They may be fatter than us, but they're not as athletic. They don't have athletes. We have Patrick Martin, dog. Everyone else is a dog. I just don't feel like naming off everyone's name, but yeah, no, we're winning 28-14.
And then Dane Hurl is going to get sacked like 15 times.
I say 4.
4 times. Freddie Shepard, let's go.
All right, and we got the princess of the ISD herself, Mia McCluskey here.
So we want your thoughts on Friday night's game. What is your score prediction?
I predict that Truman will really battle this one out. I don't know if I can give you numbers.
We want numbers. We want numbers here on the podcast.
It's okay. You can do it.
I predict that we'll definitely beat the Bears.